I done lit up the dark, used to searching for the flashlight, training for this life since 1985. So fuck a vacation, I just wanna feel alive.
Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow. Still don't give a fuck, cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see. I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me. Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow. Still don't give a fuck, cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see. I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me.
Yeah, I'm in it till my heart stops. They wanna see me flatline, didn't ask for acceptance. I don't need a fucking cosign. Understanding jealousy, I've always been a first. There's not a second chance, consider this my rebirth. So here is my suggestion, a lesson for you to live by. Never take advice from a life still in test drive. Peace of mind is overpriced, so move right past it. Who'll never find peace till they lay you in that casket. Stand up, salute, cause today I'm feeling brand new. I'm done with all the games, I ain't into playing family feud. Feeling no restricted, I'ma take it up to new heights. I'ma keep it raw like a pussy on prom
Got
night.
a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow. Still don't give a fuck, cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see. I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me. Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow. Still don't give a fuck, cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see. I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me.
Yeah. I want you to listen to me. Now pay attention. Welcome to my sideshow. Enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit. This family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent. I gave in, I was hell-bent, I still lost you in the end. I take 2 sets forward and I take 3 sets back. You can hear the contradiction, maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of feeling weak, no sleeping and repeat. Lose your mind and then you find it and get buried underneath the happiness, the pain, and you be getting no relief. What the fuck am I saying? All you faggots paying attention. God blessed you with ears, but you idiots never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart, let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I sit back and I reflect and I think about the past. It's set in stone, I have to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes, I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days I sit and wonder, are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, but I made up. I suggest that you just keep it zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scare myself from what I really might do. I keep telling you, I've got a couple screws loose, but you refuse to believe the things that I say to you. That's okay, you can join me in the institute. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I am back, I am better than ever. I survived a little storm and kept my own shit together. But inside my desperation, I was seeking desperate measures. There's a change up in the seasons, and I'm just a little weathered. There's a thin line between happiness and misery. Pursue the truth, life is not a fucking mystery. Get a clue, common sense is not your enemy. I was just like you, concerned with just the victory. I used to be a hothead, got a firm grip on my temper. I'm on that next level, balanced and I'm centered. Pain is dangerous, it seems to be my motivator. I'm the type to shoot first and ask the questions later. Can't tell me nothing, this motherfucker knows I tried. I sent him messages, 1,000 prayers with no reply. Can't call my nightmares with a motherfucking lullaby. So fire up that cigarette, pour a shot to multiply. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, Come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Yeah. I've been through a lot of shit. Seems like I got a new outlook. I said, fuck it. Fuck everybody. Why does it feel like my life is on repeat? The pressure on my chest counts 7 days a week. I'm so exhausted, but I'm afraid to go to sleep. I fear I'd never wake up, the bitter coughing out my sheets. Yeah, I gotta keep my head straight, no time to lose my mind. The past is not existing, bring no need to press rewind. And sometimes I wonder if heaven reserved a place for me, and if it does exist, and how much is the answer's fee. And sometimes I see myself at that point with no direction, no turning back now. I see myself from this perspective, headed down a new path. My life is on the right track. I finally got a tight grasp, and you're all about to feel the wrath.
A brand new flow, still don't give a fuck cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see, I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me. Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow, still don't give a fuck cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see, I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me.
I used to plan for the worst and now I hope for the best. Watch me move around the curse like I'm fucking playing chess. I invested in the pressure that I kept in my chest, and I learned how to use it like a bulletproof vest. Yeah, I used to read comic books and mind tripping fantasy. You know the open door, just an exit from reality. Sitting on the sidelines, I opened up my eyes. There was no need for compromise, no need for my disguise. So fuck your advice, I'ma live my life right. I done lit up the dark, used to searching for the flashlight. Training for this life since 1985. So fuck the vacation, I just wanna feel alive.
Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow, still don't give a fuck cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see, I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me. Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow, still don't give a fuck cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see, I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me.
Yeah, I'm in it till my heart stops, they wanna see me flatline. Didn't ask for your acceptance, I don't need a fucking cosign. Understanding jealousy, I've always been a first. There's not a second chance, consider this my rebirth. So here is my suggestion, a lesson for you to live by. Never take advice from a life still in test drive. Peace of mind is overpriced, so move right past it. Who'll never find peace till they lay you in that casket. Stand up, salute, cause today I'm feeling brand new. I'm done with all the games, I ain't into playing family feud. Feeling unrestricted, I'ma take it up to new heights. I'ma keep it raw like a pussy on prime night.
Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow, still don't give a fuck cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see, I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me. Got a brand new rhythm, a brand new flow, still don't give a fuck cause my heart's grown cold. My soul's got a lot to see, I got a brand new rhythm, it's a brand new me.
Yeah. I want you to listen to me. Now pay attention. Welcome to my sideshow, enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit, this family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent, I gave in. I was hell-bent, I still lost you in the end. I take 2 sets forward and I take 3 sets back. You can hear the contradiction, maybe I really am a psychopath.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Griftbusters. From around the world, welcome our host, M. Seeker of Truth.
Thank you very much. What an awesome intro. Hi guys, welcome to the long-awaited newest episode, Griftbusters number 5. Guys, just before I introduce the rest of the panel, as you can see, I am broadcasting from a different venue today. Unfortunately, I had some problems with my usual place to broadcast. So a very good, a new friend of mine who's also in the truth community, Lyman Sharks. He has lent me out his studio or basement. There's a few feline friends joining us too. So yes, thank you, Lyman Sharks, and I really want to thank Intel Lady and Paul Jackman for hooking me up with Lyman Sharks. Well, more about him in a minute, but let's introduce the rest of the panel, guys. Open it up.
Hold on just a second.
Technical difficulties. Here we go. We have
There it is.
Tony D from the Veritas Machine. Hey.
How's everybody doing?
We've got Will Bird from Cold Beer Confessional.
What's up, everybody?
And last but very much not least, Justice.
Yo.
I like your new studio there, Am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Lots of friends.
The cats are a little bit distracting, but I'm trying to keep my cool and have my broadcast hat on.
I always knew you were a ladies' man.
Yes, I love the pussies. Anyway.
Why does that one look very official on the wall? Which cat is?
Oh, this one. This was a portrait commissioned by General Flynn, actually.
Yes.
For Lyman Sharks.
The commander's artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the Catmander's artist for that one. Thank you.
I'm very grateful to people like Lyman Sharks. Who do these sort of things for me. He's got so many cats to take care of, but he doesn't mind giving me his place just for the night to broadcast from. So, big thank you and shout out to Lyman Sharks. Speaking of Lyman Sharks, actually, I'm doing him a bit of a favour because Will, if you could load up letter A. Well, I'm actually previewing one of his videos. I said I would do him a solid. So let's have a look at his latest, or one of his latest. Lyman Sharks believes that he is being he's got an imposter. Someone is trying to copycat him. Let's check it out.
Copycat.
Can you press play?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Here's Lyman Sharks, one of the Lyman Sharks' newest videos.
This is just a brief, but nevertheless urgent message. It has been brought to my attention by the leaders of my Connecting Con Artists group that there is somebody out there on the internet who is impersonating me. Now, I take this very, very, very seriously. It's not acceptable. I don't like it. And today I am putting you on warning, on notice. I have instructed my 4 lawyers to present you with a cease and desist notice. Now, I have thankfully, been able to have access to the quantum computers. I know your name. I know your address. I even know your next door neighbour. I'm not having it. This is very serious work we're doing. We're in a war. This is not a time for laughter or fun or jokes at anyone's expense. It's entirely childish. It is childish. You are childish. And you are upsetting my community. And I take that very seriously. Very, very, very seriously. Indeed. So here's what's going to happen. My 4 lawyers are going to present at your property, because I know where you live, with a cease and desist notice. If you continue to do these ridiculous nonsense videos using my name, I will be taking this much further. Now, last night, not only did you upset members of the Connecting Con Artists group, but you also upset General Flynn. Now, if General Flynn is upset, then obviously I am upset. And General Flynn was up half the night. Go down, darling. It's all right, darling. Go down. He was up half the night coughing up verbals and had to spend a good 20 minutes on a med bed for pets today. It's not acceptable. This is animal cruelty, what you're doing. So stop it. Let us all get along. Let me continue with my good work. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I need to be present to deal with it, to take the calls from the higher-ups. Right now, you and your tomfoolery, you just get
Tomfoolery.
Stop it. Right, okay, thank you.
Nice. Very good. Everybody smash that like button for that amazing performance right there.
Well, let me just share with you.
Outstanding.
Gotta let the sad music play.
Let me let it play out. There you go.
Oh my goodness. The good
Oh
work.
jeez.
The good work.
Oh no, have I lost? Yeah. Big round of applause needed.
Very
A big
nice.
round of applause
Very
for
nice.
Intel Lady. I don't know
So
if you guys can load that up. Can you see that? Yeah. Big thank you to Intel Lady, and she deserves another Wardy. Is this loaded up? Can you guys see it? I can't see what's going on.
I got you right there.
Yeah. So Intel Lady, thank you very much. Thank you for all you're doing. Your videos are brilliant. They're comical. We'll show another one of them later. I've shown a couple in recent videos with her blessing, and as sort of promos for this one. Yeah, just comedy genius, and little do people, some people know that Intel Lady is actually also Light Worker Lady, who has also received a Wardy. So this is the first person that's received 2 Wardy awards from the Griftbusters. So well done, Intel Lady. Thank you all for all the work you're doing. What do you think of her work, guys?
Very good.
Outstanding.
She's absolutely brilliant, and again, a shout out to Paul Jackman as well for helping us with designing these Wardy awards and helping me link up to Lyman Sharks and his crib and helping Intel Lady with that. So while I've got this on the screen, I don't know if it's still shareable.
There you go.
Can you load that back up?
Up.
Or is it not there?
It's up.
Oh, okay. So let's see what the cleaning lady is saying. So, guys, I've mentioned this before in other episodes. If you are not following the cleaning lady on Twitter, this is the same cleaning lady that works for Charlie Ward, that worked for the central bank and had told Charlie Ward about the QFS system going perhaps live on April the 1st, which didn't happen. But some of her comments on Twitter are brilliant. So let's have a look at this one. Just a reminder that something big is happening tomorrow, 1st of June. So this was sent out yesterday. The 1st of June is today. And in fact, it's nearly the end of the 1st of June for us in the UK. You've still got about half a day over your end, haven't you, Tony?
What's that? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're in June 1st now, actually.
Yeah.
But half of it left.
We're about 2 p.m. right now. Yeah, on the West Coast.
Okay. So you've got about 10 hours, something to happen in US time.
I mean,
and then
there's time, I guess. I'm waiting.
Yeah. So the source is Charlie Ward. And of course, as Cleaning Lady says, if it doesn't happen, it's because the people who are going to do it had already decided not to do it, but wanted to see what people would do if they did not do it, or they did do it.
Absolutely.
Of course. So, part of the thing with some of these predictions is afterwards, but they don't come true, which we all know that they're not going to, they, well, especially Charlie Ward, they will say things like, well, the thing is we needed to distract the black hats. The cabal watch Charlie Ward's channels. So they need to throw them off. So that's the reasoning why sometimes they're right and sometimes they're wrong, although they're never right.
Could you imagine being the cabal member assigned to watch Charlie Ward's videos and gather intel?
They've gone through a few of them. It's the predictability of the predictions that you could predict that is totally unpredictable.
Yeah, I agree.
Mind blown, Tony. Thank you for that.
Rain Man over here.
Thank you.
If you could load up B, there is, for me, Will, there is a channel we've given a Wardy Award to before, the Alethea Project. The Alethea Project, and they have reported on this and the prediction of June the 1st being a big day. Charlie Ward's prediction of June the 1st. So big up, Alethea Project. Well, you're absolutely earning that Wardy Award. Let's check out your video piece.
That's nice.
First week of June 2020.
A lot of things happening.
That's very clean.
That will wake people up to the truth.
Yes.
And just for those people who are watching who call me a conspiracy theorist, you're wrong. I'm right.
Sorry.
Everything I said a year ago is now starting to happen. You've just had to wait a bit for it. The timelines have been different to what I thought. I'll hold my hands up to that. I'll hold my hands up. The timelines weren't exactly what I was hoping, but it was a far bigger job than anybody ever expected. But it's going to be a great Christmas. It's going to be a great summer.
Absolutely. I mean, the timeline that you had originally or initially may have been, the proper timeline, but maybe the reason, there may have been delays because it's a war. It's a war and things happen. So, so is there any news on the quantum financial system and the Iraqi dinar and the dollars and the Zims? What's
he just always cuts right to that.
Everything is completely under control. And as I just said, the first week in June will be absolutely fascinating.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right. I see.
You'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
June and July and August are going to be great months. But June the 1st will be Tuesday. June the 1st will be very, very interesting to see.
Any news on the Bill Gates and the Epstein? I hear there's a lot of.
So I think that's the end of that. If you want to pop that off, but yeah. So didn't he say? He said June the 1st is going to be an important day.
Tuesday. You knew it was a Tuesday.
Some of the most important.
So, guys, we can report that absolutely nothing so far has happened. If you want to share with us in the chat or share with us post this conversation,
the
considering
Griftbusters were coming back.
Well, considering on Tony's side of the island.
Should we say he knew we was coming back? I don't know how he knew because we didn't even know, but he knew, bro. So
that's
obviously what's popping in it.
Maybe that's it. Something big's happening June the 1st. Yeah, Griftbusters
MI5 CIA agents are back.
Who are you going to call? So, yeah, June the 1st, nothing's happening. And we'll see whether anything does happen. Thank you again, Alethea Project, for all the work that you do. Guys, go and check them out on Facebook, on Twitter. I'll leave a link in the description. Big up. They're in the chat tonight as well. So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
As always. Now, I want to quickly look at another one of the keeping up with the cleaning lady, which is an important source of intel. So let's have a look at another one of those tweets from her. Damn it, I've closed it. Here you go, number 3. There you go. Can you?
Yeah, I got
see that?
What's up?
So the cleaning lady says, and I just want to say, actually, from watching that video with, I give no excuses for Nikki V. because he enables these people. He got famous off Charlie Ward promoting him. He enables these guys, but he does ask. A lot of the other people that have them on the show don't ask the tough questions. He did ask Charlie. He wasn't afraid to ask. So what's going on with the QFS system then? Because you kind of stopped talking about that, or there just seems to be nothing coming from that. So I have to give him props for asking those questions, even if when he does get shut down by Charlie, he kind of retreats. But he did do an interview with Lee Dawson and David Mahoney. So those of you that don't know, they are very good friends of Charlie Ward. So Cleveland Lady put this tweet out after their interview. Poor Nick Veniamin is confused. Dawson and Mahoney tell him all the talk of mass arrests, medbeds, QFS, Trump coming back is bullshit. The exact opposite to what Charlie Ward has been telling him. Even Charlie's buddies don't believe his intel. So that's from the cleaning lady.
Even Dawson at 2 Mahoney.
Say that again. No, I didn't get that.
Oh.
Shakespeare jokes. All right.
Yeah, that one went over my head.
Julius Caesar at 2 Brute. He said to Brutus.
Yeah.
So at 2. Yeah.
I get it.
Caesar. Shakespeare jokes, man. It was only English. I'm just saying. I told you, I'm in my 6th. I know more about England than you do, son. Okay? So just get used to it,
Isn't it?
You appear to know exactly how we speak, and also that we use terms such as cheerio.
I'm in fact right next door to you because I'm Simon Parks' neighbour.
Oh no! I'll throw the cats out the window. You catch. Anyway, back to where we were going with this, getting sidetracked. So David Mahoney, and I haven't got anything to share from that. I didn't have the time to look into that video, but yeah, apparently even Charlie Ward's friends are now saying a different narrative, because Charlie Ward still believes Biden is a clone. Trump's coming back next week. So did
those guys though.
So Mahoney,
interesting.
They did.
It'd be very interesting to know when they seem to have switched. I mean, I do recall somewhere along the line seeing clips of Dawson kind of questioning certain things, but obviously coming from where Charlie came from with the whole King thing and all that, bruv, he was telling people in that documentary that he got a medium and his ex-wife come through on some like super spiritual speedway thing and told him to trust what he's doing and that to believe in what he's doing, and that's all based on the King and Trump. So he
completely flipped on Charlie.
What's that, Justice? Sorry,
he used his dead wife to promote that narrative. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't see how you can just come and flop and switch and act like Charlie's just chatting shit and you was never a part of it. So I don't know. I'd be interested to go and see that.
I don't know if you're aware, Justice. They've got a new show, and
okay, there's a little delay. Sorry.
They've moved themselves off of YouTube onto their own website.
I mean, that was always going to happen.
Yeah, just like everyone else in that sort of crew is doing.
That should be better.
So they got their own website, and they've started their own show, and of course they've obviously after being hammered about fake kings and associations with certain people. Now Lee and Dave Mahoney are purely focusing on sort of the lies from the media and the whole pandemic thing. So I actually did watch their first show, and it was all right.
But are they anti-Charlie?
No, they're best.
They ignore Charlie probably and leave that shit somewhere in the dark vaults of YouTube.
They're going on
they
their
just
own
have different
path,
beliefs
basically.
now.
After
they started doing that already though, didn't they? Because like episode 5 or 6 or whatever, the King thing was sort of getting played out. Greg had gone missing slightly. They couldn't get videos of him, so they all sort of. I mean, Charlie was on a financial thing. Dawson was purely medical, purely fitness, and about health and well-being and that supplements and whatnot. And David was on his spiritual thing with Huna Flash, going to opening stargates and portals.
They were doing a show together though with this crazy background or whatever. It was like this you know, like it was just the two of them talking on some. It was on Charlie's site, you know. It was just.
Oh yeah, so
what
they
was that?
probably posted their new show. Charlie posts other people's videos too.
Right.
So you've probably seen that actually.
That's
Tony.
what I
It's their
saw.
new show where they have this studio. They have a studio, Justice.
That's
and
not just green screen.
They have a bullshit buzzer. They've built a studio. And they have a bullshit buzzer. So they watch clips of things about COVID and whatnot, and then and what, you know, politicians and media are saying, and then they go bullshit, and they hit the buzzer, and then they talk about it, right? So like I say, I watched the first episode of the show and it was pretty good. So I'm going to give props where due. I've not watched the rest of it. It could be terrible. Considering the track record of Mahoney, you know, fake gurus, hooners, pretending that they are teleporting.
Are you just saying technically it's good, or?
No, the information. You know, I don't want to big him up too much because of the bullcrap that he's never apologized for. But what I'm trying to say is I watched his new show and it's less terrible than the rest of the stuff he's put out.
Digital Warriors.
So what I'm trying to say is they are trying to move on to more acceptable paths. Especially Mahoney, he tried with a fake king. He got hammered for it. He never apologized for it. He carried on. He tried with a Hooner that could apparently teleport and stuff and opening, closing stargates and portals. Hammered for that, and now he's like,
basically, what's happened is there's been a natural progression through the internet, right? What we're dealing with is like, you know, a man that's sort of been on the fringes of like B-list movies and, you know, the fringes of like UK crime movies and shit like that, stepping into like the YouTube truth world, and he slowly realized that actually you can't just call people's bluff on like totally random bullshit and hope to make it. You know, I mean, the King thing was cool for like 2 or 3 months, and then it fizzled out because even the most hardcore believers got effed up and realized that it weren't real. Then he went on to the whole like opening stargates and portals and trying to get Dawson to like sell supplements and that, and then realized that actually, you still can't con people that hard there, really. Do you know what I mean? It only lasts for a short. So now he's just gone for the basics. Straight back to basics, boys. Let's just watch news clips and
I find them unwatchable. Just absolutely.
I mean, you can guarantee that whatever content it is, they're getting these news clips from a place where someone has already blogged about it and broke it down and spoke about these particular events or whatever or whatnot, you know.
Oh yeah.
But,
well, you know, for me, when I watch them, my quick review of what I have seen of them is that they are as freaking cocky as it gets when it comes to being on camera and duding it up with each other.
The name of their show is Digital Warriors Pro. That's the name.
It's the British Alpha Corner.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
That's from his YouTube channel, and it was Digital Warrior Productions from long ago.
That's what their background says.
Again, though, this is what I mean. Digital Warriors that come from Q and that.
Alpha Corner without the
his entire thing came from Q and that. So how he's coming out and saying the shit with Trump is BS when he believed it like less than 3 months ago. It was literally like 2 weeks ago. Whenever the week was before they started this new program, probably he was saying, "Yeah, well, I don't know where Greg is, but you know, I still believe it. It's still fine." Dickhead.
The thing is, he would still say this today, even though Greg has denounced him in this, because he will never apologize. He will never admit he was wrong.
He's like infinitely tied himself to this story, and he can't escape no matter what happens. Like Greg would be like, "Look, dude, I'm not the fucking king. I'm not the king, and if I was, I would chop your head off." He's like, "Yeah, that's fine, but I still think you might be one day." Do you know what I mean?
It's like being handcuffed to somebody. And the door closes on the subway platform, on the train platform, you know, on the tube, and then the door closes between the two handcuffs, and you're outside, and you gotta run with the train. He doesn't
want to chop himself off. He doesn't even want to chop himself off.
Until he hits that wall, Tony.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
running, bang, and the train carries on.
You could try and curve your body in.
That's already happened.
Wow.
At this point, he's gone through the tunnel, come out the other side, and he's still alive. So he just thinks, "Fuck it, man, just."
Wow. Okay.
Just run with it.
Right.
Let's not mention it. If someone questions me, I'll say, "Well, Greg's got important things behind the scenes. I was never really tied to him, but he proved the royals were fake."
Everybody has an out.
That's his out. That, you know, he did some good work. He proved the royals are fake, but I'm not his you know, even though he used to say that, oh, he's my best friend, I used to call him every day. He would tell me that he was hungry for a chocolate bar and stuff like that. Some weird stories.
But and these two guys have always been kind of connected, right? This Mahoney and this other guy. These have always been buddies.
Well, not always,
like a
since
team.
they started doing the King thing, and then and now it's just like, oh, Greg's his own man. He's got his own business. I reported on it. He exposed the royals. I've moved on, and it's because he's been exposed. But anyway, talking of Mahoney, before all of this, anyone that's been following these stories, he was he's an actor, and he's been in some B-list movies. Most notably, Rise of the Foot Soldier 4. Now. Someone sent me something. I sent it to you, Justice, really actually. It was his latest movie project. Justice, have you got that?
Yes, yeah. I mean, Rise of the Foot Soldier as well, people, is like the first ones are all right, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the first one.
Just because Mahoney's connected to it, don't think it's shit. Like, that film's actually all right. It's just Mahoney.
No. The first one's brilliant. And actually, I knew.
It's quality.
You know, is it, who's the big guy? Tony? No, is it? In the film, he actually came from where I come from. He moved to London and stuff.
Carlton Leach or Tony Tucker?
Tony, the big guy.
Tony Tucker, probably.
Yeah, Tony Tucker. Yeah. He came from where I come from. My family knew him and stuff, and but yeah, he moved to London and that. You know, it's an interesting story. Anyway, Rise of the Foot Soldier. Yeah. The first one is brilliant. Even the second one's good. But I've not watched 3 and 4. I've seen the clips of Mahoney in 4.
That's not the guy who's in Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels, right? The big guy. If you don't get those guns, that one, that guy.
I don't know if he's. No, I don't think he is in Lock, Stock. Is he?
Okay, because he was like a fighter.
Oh, not. You're thinking of the footballer.
Vinnie Jones, fam.
Vinnie Jones. Anyway,
right,
yeah.
Can you not see this thing? Yeah.
Yeah, are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, I got it. There you go.
So this is his latest trailer, although it's not that latest, to be fair. After
no, right. So yeah, again, right. This is I've seen it earlier. Like, it seems to be from 7 months ago. Let me just read this quickly. The half-inch crew send a sleepy Mediterranean city into meltdown when they find an extremely profitable niche for their unusual skill sets. Brutality and greed never go down well when you're on someone else's turf, but these boys know how to handle themselves to a point. Now, it's quite funny. Obviously, this clip's super short, but if we remember the research we did back in the early days as well about like the car sales and the fact that he says that he's a fixer, and we see him blazing around the island in all these mad different cars when we're doing this, right? You just pay attention to the storyline that's in this and what they say about what they do in this. It's interesting, you know, since it's actually David's film. I mean, it's produced by Dave Vickers and him, but you know that Dave Mahoney's wrote this shit. You can just tell by how corny it is. But
before you start, Justice,
we're doing Inception, man. Yeah, go on.
I just want to shout out to JJ Rude Boy Jedi. Probably that's quite a ironic name for someone to know this. Pat Tate. Pat Tate was the name of the guy. You know, the big fella in Rise of the Foot Soldier. So thanks for clearing that up.
There you go.
Pat Tate.
Boom, bam. Ready?
Did you share the audio?
No audio.
You have to share it again.
No audio.
Yeah. You have to share it again.
You need to click when you share it.
Mm-hmm.
When you first share screens, you might need to unshare the screen and do it again if it's not working. Unless it's a setting on your computer.
There's a box in the bottom left-hand corner. It says share audio.
Oh, I have to get it up in the Chrome tab. Give me 2 secs, boys. 1 sec.
Go ahead.
No problem. No worries.
What are you doing to me? Give me 2 seconds.
Sorry to put you on the spot. No, so
Lenny McLean. That's his name. That was his name that I was thinking of. Sorry.
Whose name?
Lenny McLean.
What's the name of who?
The guy in Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels, the fighter.
Oh, okay. I got you.
All right, not Vinnie Jones. Yeah. Oh, what the big guy? The big guy.
Yeah, not Vinnie Jones. Yeah. That guy.
Oh, hang on. In that Snatch.
No, he's in Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
I think he's in a lot of Guy Ritchie movies, actually. But he's in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Right, you ready?
He plays
Yeah, we're ready.
Barry the Baptist.
Yeah, ready? Boom.
Hey, these are the same shots, overhead shots from bloody Stargates and Portals.
Jewel of the
Isn't it?
Mediterranean.
Recycle.
Nestled on the warm shores of southern Spain,
Same shot.
this place offers paradise to playboys and
Oh,
wannabes
God.
from all over Europe. So how did we get here? Just like everybody else. We came on holiday and we wanted it. Yeah, we wanted all of it. Success
They wanted
doesn't come
all of
easy
it.
to people here, but with our special set of skills, Marbella, it was easy pickings.
Oh no.
Trust fund pricks were easy targets. And believe me, we
Oh,
went to
the
work.
sound effects.
And why should we care about these rich bastards? As well as our normal
Just handed over
export
the money.
business,
Great British Bird.
we geezers literally chucking us the keys to Houdini their cars, and the insurance companies were paying us to recover what we fucking stole in the first place. It was
Language,
beautiful,
David.
and business was booming.
Mahoney's Cockney accent.
But like, it ain't always strawberries and cream. I have a small problem. Your fucking problems are never small, are they? We should have never accepted that last offer. Fucking situation, man. We gotta sort this shit out tonight. We had no idea how all this started. But we knew how it had to end. No one dies a virgin in this life. We all get fucked. Eventually.
Ooh. I like that. Hey, can someone explain to me why? So I keep hearing that like people that like criminals all flee to Marbella. Is that true? Is there like a large population of criminals from the UK that live there?
Yeah, that's true.
Is that somewhere they flee to? Like, why is that?
Yeah.
It's
on the south coast of Spain. And,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Ease of getting out there. It's just a trafficking route for a lot of cartels and
its
gangs.
proximity to Morocco plays a heavy part, and it's it's just there's a lot of British people that move over to Spain anyway. I mean, it's quite close in when you look at.
I've been to Portugal and like everybody just did cocaine like out in the open, so that was a weird experience. But that's kind of like that's part. I mean, it's not part of Spain, but it's like carved out of Spain, and it seemed like a lot of crime just wasn't regulated, at least in Portugal. But I've never been to Marbella. I didn't. People in my chat keep telling me that that's where criminals go. I didn't know.
It tends to be a place where many people that have had trouble in the UK extradite to and go out and live. Let's put it that way.
I gotcha.
Not everyone that moves
from. Like Charlie doesn't actually live in Marbella, in it. For the most part, he lives in Benalmádena, which is like it's close, but again, it's the same sort of thing. It's another coastal seaside town just after Marbella, and loads of criminals go there, man. It's like hotbed. Yeah,
I got you. It makes sense.
Well,
is that from anywhere?
The thing is as well. Well, no, like it's a big thing for the UK because, like, you think about it here, like whether you're in Ireland, Scotland, mainland England, or Wales, if you've got money and you've made it, whether you're on the run or not, bro, it's like a pretty good place to live. Do you know what I mean? It's sunshiny, relatively cheap, and that pretty close to home.
Right.
Yeah. Why would
There's
you not?
a bakery, and you can kind of park anywhere you want. Apparently,
as long as you're a doctor.
There's a lot of links and things like that. Like, there's a lot of stories of like these cafes that like you only get to go in if you're 30. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people get arrested out there on like international warrants and stuff like that, but they get arrested in places that you can't really just randomly go in as like a tourist and stuff. You know what I mean? They're cafes for criminals.
Oh, I gotcha.
Tony, you lost your green screen.
Hold on.
So there is I mean, that was interesting, and part of what we found interesting, Justice, was that's not new, is it?
No, that's 7 months old. So that was like a month after Stargate and Portals. So about a month and a half, 2 months before he did this whole Mexico thing with Huna Flash, where they was going and opening more portals and being more spiritual and that, and there he's diving in the sea dressed as like a Navy SEAL or some shit, doing some SWAT mission on some crazy madness with some random women.
At least he didn't die a virgin.
We've been waiting
like
for
a total
this. Go on.
Yeah, no, go on.
I say we've been waiting for this. Well, we've not been waiting for this movie, but I've not seen this movie come out. But we've been waiting for this Mexico excursion from David Mahoney and Huna Flash now for months, and nothing. I wonder if he's even going to bring it out. I mean, I did a video on mine and your videos before. The whole Huna Flash story. And us interviewing him and that. So, guys, go and check that out. We did a review of Stargates and Portals, and then we did an interview with Huna Flash, which was it culminated in quite a funny conclusion. So go and check that out, guys. But we've been waiting for their new video where they went to Mexico. They were going to investigate Mayans, Aztecs, and things like that, and it looked quite interesting. Although I'm sure it was going to bomb. I'm sure it was going to be again about opening. Well, it was going to be again about opening Stargates and Portals. We've seen some pictures of that. Me and Justice done quite a few videos together. Just Truth. If you look through mine or his channel, you'll see some of those videos. And I always enjoy doing them. And we've been waiting to review this next video, and that's still not there. And seeing this, which had happened between Stargates and Portals, and this is still not out. Who knows if or when they're going to bring this out?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. I do recall somewhere along the line they had like some trouble, either like in Mexico getting back or trying to get out there or something in the airport. So I don't know if they
had some trouble getting back.
You're going to blame it on something like that.
But they filmed the whole thing, and it was still coming soon. I mean, this was before even they made the website. So hopefully it's still coming soon, and hopefully Just Truth get a chance to review that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah. So on to our next part of Mine and Justice's section. I wanted to just look at one more thing, and that was so I don't know if you can. Is it still on? No, it's not on. I wanted to look at this. Can you? Oh no, you can't see that because I haven't shared it. There you go.
I gotcha.
Can you bring that up?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. You might not be aware, but there is this.
I have to take my earphones out for this. I hate this bitch, man.
Oh boy, she is really.
She's something. The Great British Bird. Now, guys, if you haven't seen this video,
she titles herself that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
The Great British Bird, not. Yeah.
Oh no, the Great British Fowl is my play on words. With,
yes, for sure.
Because she's foul-mouthed. But she claims to be working for Trump. She claims to be working for Charlie Ward. She claims that Charlie Ward. So she claims to have it's now 300. It was 70, then it was 200, and now it's 300. She claims to have 300 Navy SEALs behind her, and they're her team that are working to empty dumps, or that's what her claims were. And she came on trying to bully me in my Telegram and bully people in my Telegram. If you watch this video, you'll see how we reacted, and then we reacted with this video, which I think shook her to a core. She ended up removing her groups or them private on Telegram. She had like 5, I think it was 8 actually, groups on Telegram. Now she has one group and she's made it private. She's then gone through the trouble of getting her admins to go into my group and find anyone that's in my group and removing her from her group. I mean, she's gone through some extent to make sure that the brainwashed in her group stay brainwashed and don't have and anyone in her and this happens to every single person that has mentioned being on her group. If they've said anything in a group that could be seen as questioning her in any way, like, oh, so what's going on with these dumbs or anything like that? Because have you got an update on that? Giving her some pressure on the lies that she's told. Bang, they're gone. They're deleted. They're gone. So since doing that video, I heard from one of her ex-admins that she was watching, but apparently she was too shy to comment or anything during the live of that video. I don't believe she's shy at all. She was probably embarrassed. But since then, she literally ended up putting voice notes out going, "You won't know which end of your arsehole you're shitting out of ever." I mean, she went crazy after that video. She was telling everyone to report my Telegram channel. And she was saying she would shut down her own Telegram channel if her followers did not report mine. I mean, this bitch is cray-cray, right?
Well, with what she was threatening, I mean, she did have a point.
Well, she was threatening. She was saying she thinks my name's Paul. She thinks I know where I live, and she's saying that she knows lots of 6'5" guys that are coming to anally rape me. I mean, this lady is the epitome of love and light. That is sarcasm. She is vile. However, I said that I wouldn't keep continuing on about her, which I haven't. But during this Griftbusters, I thought we'd touch on what's happened since. So what's happened since is nothing. Nothing's happened. No one's come to my doorstep. I'm not Paul. She doesn't know anything. She is ridiculous. She's lying to anyone that's still following her. And I just wanted to highlight that again, that she is a fraud. So enjoy. Right. However, I have found out something recently. She has put out a video. And Will, if you can load up C, she has put out a video about what her latest exploits have been around. So we'll have a look into her job going into the dumbs and rescuing children.
You ready?
Yeah, sick little birth dog.
In these times of uncertainty, the world cries out for a hero. A hero who knows the deep underground better than the reptilians. Introducing Dumb Raider.
Dumb Raider.
You're a paedophile, you're a paedophile, and you're a paedophile.
The Queen of the North West.
Hey, that's a decent cup of tea, that.
With a 300-strong army of Dumb Raiders.
Okay, team, listen up. 150 of you Dumb Raiders are going to go into the dumbs, get the children out, bring them onto the med beds, and the other 150, you're going to come with me. We're going to clear the dumbs, we're going to get those f***ing paedophiles out, and we're going to give them two choices. Death by bullet or death by hanging.
When things go wrong.
Well, that was an absolute f***ing shit show. I think somebody's given us the wrong address.
She never gives up.
Okay, everybody, gather round, please. I know there's a lot of you, there's a lot to say, but before I give you any instructions, we have to remember what we're doing here, okay? And who it's about, really. I know you think it's about me, I know it probably is in a way, but it's about God, really. So we're gonna do a prayer, okay? Everybody gather round, put your hands together, and dear baby Jesus, thank you so much for coming to protect us here today. I ask that you help us clear out these dumbs and take those dirty pedos into your throne room and really, really give them what for. Deal with them accordingly and help us to become the heroes that we already know that we are. Thank you so much for the beautiful birds that sing and the fluffy clouds in the sky and all that sort of thing. Anyway, please protect us. Amen.
Wow.
Caring.
Man down. Get him on a med bed. You're on a med bed now. Everything's going to be okay. Just allow that technology to work its way through. Everything's okay.
With a direct line to the president.
Oh my God.
Oh, hiya, Big Don. It's me. Have you signed any executive orders lately?
Oh
you
no.
can executive order me up to the bedroom anytime. I can raid my dorms till the fucking cows come home. Hello? Hello? Lost signal again. And 5G.
And a thirst for action.
Oh no.
It's gonna blow! Run!
She still finds time to play polo with her friends.
Polo.
There is no end to
My
her
God.
sophistication.
Right, which one of you 300 strong dumb raiding heads took a shit in my toilet?
Dumb Raider, deep underground, military badass.
Wow.
Coming too soon to a
Outstanding.
discount store near you.
Ooh.
The thumbs.
Serious.
It reminded me of my childhood with Laura Croft.
Yeah, you can take that off. That is Intel Lady. That is Intel Lady again, and we gave her a Wardy earlier. She's already had another Wardy for her other channel. I will make sure that description is in the the description. She's done other videos as well. I can't. I was going to show more. I can't keep on top of her work. She's producing them faster than we can do Griftbusters. So make sure you go and subscribe to her channel, and you can catch all the other videos that she's done, but also you can see the videos before we preview them on Griftbusters. She deserves those views, so make sure you subscribe to Intel Lady. So thank you, Intel Lady, and that was brilliant. Right?
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This
The other
sentence
thing about
is
Claire is that people have seen her in her Telegram group. It was only about 2 weeks ago. She put out a voice note going, "Guys, there is a smell of," I can't do her accent. "There is a smell of sulfur in the air. What I want you guys to know is that you need to stay inside tonight. Please stay inside because I care about you all. Make sure you stay inside. Stick the telly on. Stay on all night. Stay up all night. I can smell the sulfur in the air. And don't hold me to this, but something tonight is going to happen." Of course, nothing happened and everyone was fine. And, but
there was no sulfur in the air.
The sulfur in the air.
Oh, even Tony can do this.
Yeah, trust me, come on.
It was scaring the daylights out of people. There were people saying, "Oh my God, what do I do? Should I contact family?" There were people literally shitting themselves. These people don't realize how much they affect other people with their bullshit intel and predictions and leading people on. And she's just another.
How many people listen to that fucking crazy bitch, man?
A lot of people that have great professions. This is a thing. Like, it's not literally. There are so many people out there, and people that you'd think would know better, and they need things like this show to maybe wake them up. That video that I did on the Great British Bird, you'd think to yourself, well, how does anyone not see right through her? Thousands upon thousands of people. She's got more subscribers than me now on YouTube. Like, there are so many people because she says, "But the children, and we're saving the children from the dumbs," and and all this stuff.
The dumbs.
People want to believe it, and this is them suckering people and using emotional.
What is so magnetizing to people that want to believe that? That's such a weird psychological twist, isn't it? That
because there's so many people that fall into
they
it.
actually want that shit to be real, man.
Exactly.
Because they know that, because it is true that child trafficking and human trafficking is real. And we've said this before, but
Yeah, we went into it deep last time, and let's not do that again. But yeah,
it's got to be time off from their real lives. Okay? It's got to be time off.
They
from
need
the
heroes.
real lives.
So the people that are saying they're the heroes or that they know the inside scoop, that's the people that they'll go, "You know what? I want these children to be okay, so I'll believe her." And because this guy is mouthing off about her, I'm not going to believe this guy. Because what's he doing for children? What's she doing for children? Nothing.
Yeah,
But that's
no,
besides
true.
the
So, I mean,
point.
the hero thing is true, and I suppose that ties into the whole Q rhetoric as a whole with like the idol worship. But yeah, it's a weird psychological one, I find.
Yeah, it's a hill they're really willing. That's the hill they want to die on. Is all apparently it, so to speak.
So, like I say, again, I didn't want to talk too much about Claire, but she is ridiculous. So I thought I'd bring it up just a little bit here. But moving on, let's move on to the Resurrection Tour. Is that what it's called? Because this is the Big Bat Tour USA. Is it the Resurrection Tour? What's the other name for it? What's its official name?
The Resurrection Arise USA #Unrigged Tour, I think is the full name, but they call it by all three: the Unrigged Tour, the Arise Tour, the Resurrection Tour. They call it all those.
But it's the Big Bat Tour.
Big Bat USA Tour. Where am I getting
the Big Bat Tour is the umbrella tour of all the tours that he just mentioned.
That's the name of the website.
That's the umbrella tour. Is the Big Bat Tour, and then you
how many vacations, excursions, and holidays do they go off on people's dying?
17.
So we haven't talked since they changed. So what it was originally supposed to be is everybody was supposed to be on tour at 7:00 in the morning. They were supposed to eat breakfast together. At 9:00 they were supposed to start classes, and it went all the way to the afternoon. In the afternoon they were supposed to have a venue. And at that venue, they were supposed to have, kind of like what happened in Oklahoma, a speaker on a stage, people in chairs to listen. Since then, it changed to, they kind of blamed it on Scott McKay, who isn't even currently on the tour, but we'll talk about that in a second. But Robert David Steele made a post that said, we at the tour believe that Scott McKay has the right idea that we should live up and build up the drama of us driving around in our coaches during the daylight, not at night. So instead, they changed it to driving around on the buses during the day so people can see them and there's drama. They mentioned drama 3 times in the post. And from that day, they only speak. Each speaker, they drive around to get the drama because they want the news to see them or somebody to talk about them so desperately. And then when they finally get to a place, each speaker spends 5 to 7 minutes on stage, and then they do paid photos and handshakes, and that's it. So what you donated for was for them to drive around and then spend 5 minutes talking to you, and then you can pay them for a photo or an autograph, and that's it. They went from a tour to a drive-through. Basically, it's a joke. Like, it's the biggest grift I've seen in a long time. They changed
have
everything
canceled dates. How many dates have they canceled?
Here is hold on. Let's see if this is it. I was going to read the post to you. Give me just you guys can talk. Let me find it right quick.
So yeah, I mean, are these guys going to even finish this tour? Scott McKay was collecting money for the tour, and then said, he couldn't join the first half of it or something. And then they were saying to complete the tour, they still needed to collect money during the tour to get to the end of it.
Yeah, Scott had
he was going to jail.
He had a tomahawk injury. He bruised his tomahawk.
He did come out and threaten every sitting politician with his tomahawk. He came out and said that he was going to give them the peace pipe, or he was going to bring the tomahawk to them. He didn't want war, but he would definitely bring it to them if they didn't accept his peace offering. And that's all. I'm sure the FBI will call it evidence one day, but I've got it as a recording for now. But we'll see if they need it. So basically, it went from an event that you could attend, that people donated for, to go to an event and attend, like the same event like they had in Oklahoma, where you go to an event, you sit in a chair, blah, 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 to 5 to 7 minutes of them talking on a stage that they threw together. And basically, I mean, it's a joke. It isn't even what the people, and they didn't change it until after they were already on the buses on their way to the first stop. Like, it's a joke the way they tricked people. They basically said pay for this, but they gave them much, much less. It was a joke.
And you should see the crowds, fellas. I don't know if you two boys have seen the crowds. I don't know if Will's got any footage of the crowds that are happening.
I can pull one up. They had the first,
here's the most amazing.
The second. Go ahead.
Sorry, just real quick. The most amazing part is Sasha Stone who is supposed to be the director. These people have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. This guy is walking around shooting footage, holding up a
laptop.
A laptop. He's walking around with a laptop, and that's supposed to be the documentary footage that he's shooting?
It's a built-in webcam. It's probably like 360p or something. Like it's the worst footage I've ever seen in my life.
Horrible. What is this? The first when did they get the MacBook? And where is Robert David Steele spending all the effing money? Because now I have a theory, is that, can I just say a theory of something that's outrageous, even though it's not true completely? As in, like, his wife, and where is she?
Right.
I mean,
she's at home, the home that she's claiming now during the divorce, I'm sure.
Has anybody seen her or heard from her or anything like that about lately?
You think she's not busy with a spade?
She's not on the bus, is she? Come on.
No. I mean, she'd be pushing up daisies, you know what I mean? Pushing up the daisies in the backyard.
Oh, what, you think that he's knocked her?
Got busy with
that is my opinion. And I think he did it a long time ago.
Do you think he did? Do you think he did it in a drawing room with a candlestick?
That's right, with Colonel Mustard.
Oh. By the way, one of the things that made his little blog. Hold on, I'll share this screen.
I'm just kidding, but I wouldn't be surprised.
One of the things that made his blog was actually something that we showed here. Let me grab this one and I can share it with you. So this is his Big Bat USA. Let's share screen. I'll go ahead and share the audio too. Screw it. All right, here we go. This is his little blog. Check out this photo that made it on there. That is the wanted posters for everybody.
Hang on,
that made it on his website.
Thumbnail from my video made it on his site.
Wow.
Yeah, it actually says premieres in 5 hours on May 22nd.
Robert David Steele put your video up, dude.
I'm confused.
It's titled.
What does it say? Morons United, classic village idiot attack.
Oh, right.
So hang on. And then it says, what is actually noteworthy is that the Anti-Defamation League and Center for Countering Digital Hate and Media Matters have not fallen into my legal trap. We are prepared to document and smash in federal court every single individual and organization that defames us. What I am seeing is the lower level morons of no consequence and a few frauds trying to steal money by claiming that they are raising funds for Arise USA. The only websites authorized are these two, all of which deliver to our nonprofit bank account. Each named principal is authorized to solicit funds to them in relation to this tour. Others can raise money for their existing causes. On balance, I am well pleased. No one expected me to be able to pull off a $2 million event from a no-notice start on 7 March. And we are now... So he uses your thumbnail of your video premiering and calls you a village idiot, and then relates that to people trying to solicit money in his name. So have you been trying to raise money for his tour?
That's defamation.
Guys, I don't solicit money, full stop.
That's defamation because I'm the one soliciting the money.
That's it.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Will take money for his big bat.
What defamation have I made? I showed a ring and said how similar rings are of... You know, and I said about this tour that he's doing.
I think
that's
it's
about
just a
it.
picture.
These things are facts.
The image, though.
He's got me on his site. Oh, has he? He's not named me, has he?
He doesn't actually claim that you were the one doing it. He just puts your picture up and then talks about people stealing money.
And then he's saying that he's going to take legal action. Well, look, Robert David Steele, that's your name, ex-CIA. Fuck you, and good luck with that.
Everybody that's trying to defame him is going to be held accountable, and I applaud him for doing that. I'll actually give him your name and social security number if he needs to contact you.
M stuff I've been gathering. Simon's bar. Hey, kitty, bring me another martini.
So there's also
Lyman
something.
Sharks knows Trump, and Lyman Sharks has told me that Robert David Steele is a black hat, and this is what I know. He's not only a black hat, but he is a orange hat, a white hat, a blue hat, a green hat, and every other hat that he spent, what was it, 20 grand of your money buying for this tour. This guy is grifters. Bloody he is the biggest grifter I've ever seen.
Does he have the old,
Robert?
Does
He
he
has
have the
paid over-
the old twat hat? He's got
The old twat hat. Yeah, he wears it like this. He's like, he gets Miss Piggy out and goes, "We need donations for my tour. We need about $2 billion for 4 buses."
He's paid over $70,000 to educational cartoonists. he's got his tally sheet on his thing. He's paid over $70,000 to educational cartoonists 4 different times. Also, his tour manager, whoever that might be, I wish it was me, is making $20,000 a month, $5,000 a week, every week, $20,000 a month.
He's not.
So how is he paying these ridiculous amounts of money to these people?
It must be his cousin or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
He's a big guy.
Is it not from raising donations from gullible people and vulnerable people?
Not to mention, it's all from the funds, but not to mention he fronted the first 2 weeks, almost a month before the tour started. He fronted the $10,000 to his tour manager, I guess to get him started off on the right foot. I have no idea. Like it's very strange the way he keeps up with how the money's being spent. Like you can see it on his website. If I could find it, I'd show it to you. But I wasn't actually prepared to do all the payout part. But still, it's very, very funny. We went over it on a show I did. But there is something else strange going on. Let me share this right quick. Let's stop that screen. Let me share this screen behind us. Share screen and share audio. Scott McKay is currently not on the tour. And the only thing he said about it, so he missed the first probably quarter of the tour, like the first 15 stops. He never told anybody until they had already sent all their money in and the tour was fixing to start that he wouldn't be in like Atlanta and Florida and Shreveport and Memphis and anything before Texas. Then he gets on in Texas. He goes to 3 Texas stops. And this video right here is being filmed from a hotel room in Dallas, Texas that he's staying in. What's strange about the hotel room in Dallas, Texas is he lives in Dallas, Texas. But he's staying in the hotel.
You're shitting me.
Because he's waiting to see if he's going to... He bailed on the first stop in Oklahoma, and he's setting in the tour trying to get to the bottom of this. But here, I'll play the video.
He's up to something.
So that's how the tour has been so far. It was absolutely amazing. I don't know why my video wants to keep shutting off, but we're going to keep on rolling. Just keeps doing the same thing. Yeah, why doesn't my video want to stay up? Don't know why.
Still hasn't figured out the fucking microphone.
All kinds of technical issues tonight. So anyways, so after that event, we get up and we came into Dallas. That was considered our Dallas event, which was MacGyver's. We came into Dallas last night. We're here to Marriott. And that's where the tour kind of came to a bit of a halt for me. And we're working on a couple issues on the tour that need to be resolved. And I'll let you guys know where we are with that. But I want to apologize to those people in Stillwater, Oklahoma, that I am not there tonight. In fact, there's enough speakers that the buses that should have been rolling in there to Stillwater, Oklahoma tonight with myself, with Sasha Stone, with Lee Dundas, a few other people. But here we sit at the Marriott in Dallas. We're working on resolving that.
Wow.
So he's kind of unclear whether all of them... there was an event that happened in Stillwater, and Robert David Steele was there for sure. I don't know if Trent Louse and Sasha Stone were there. I'm pretty sure Sasha was. I thought I saw him recording there. But he is sitting in Dallas, his hometown. He's still paying for a hotel room. In fact, he's paying extra for his hotel room for this good high-speed internet. He's also paying for a hotel room for his ex-Navy SEAL bodyguard who's just off camera. He speaks to in this video off screen. While his house is in that town, he's staying in the hotel room and putting his security guard up as well. I don't know why he has to stay in a hotel room in Dallas, but that's what we got going on so far from the tour. And all he says is there's some issues that are unresolved, and with those unresolved issues, that he will not be attending the tour until they are fixed. So I don't know where he's going to go from that.
Would those issues have the initials RDS by any chance?
I don't know.
I have a feeling
that. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. There's a little delay, man. I don't mean to jump in what you're saying. Go for it, bro.
He did say that him and RDS kind of got into it. Like, he said it jokingly. He's like, he jumped my ass, and I had to hold back and tell myself, that's the way this man operates, and blah, 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 all that stuff. And he said it jokingly, but he did act like they have a little spat. We can check out the crowd right quick. Give me just a second.
Yeah, show us that. Because I've seen a picture of, so I saw a video that live that Sasha Stone was doing. There was a few people there.
God.
But then I saw some pictures of hardly anyone at their latter events. I mean, these were the video that I saw was the first event they went to. After that, it seems like hardly anyone's turning up.
Yeah, I would say the biggest audience they've had is probably 100 people for a $5 million tour. The average audience is probably 40 people. Oh man, he took down the videos. Hold on, I got it on my video. Give me just a second. I'll grab it from.
It makes Joe Biden's tour look like a Queen concert.
So Sasha Stone, this is all new. This happened today. Sasha Stone took down all the footage from his YouTube channel, and also their Instagram and Facebook page both went dark today. They everything went black on those pages.
Oh no! I told you they would eat each other alive. Did I not say this?
Messaged me, said that their site had gone down and gone dark.
Everything went dark today. Their Instagram, their Facebook. And apparently I was now finding out the YouTube. But let me grab my own video here right quick, and I'll show you the crowd at least.
That's not just one platform censoring them. That's them making a conscious decision to shut down their whole shit, right?
Yeah. Sasha's most recent video looks like it's from 2 months ago. But here's some of the tour footage. You'll have to listen to me talk as well, but we'll skip through that.
Oh, damn. Can't we mute you? If we had volume controls, Will.
My wife's been trying for years.
Cold. I'm feeling pretty sick. I don't mind telling you, but it's not COVID.
This is the documentary footage.
Fuck all to do with COVID. All right, I'm gonna just move you into.
There's a crotch shot.
You're live. Say hello to our audience. There he is. Look at that. The man's taken to smoking cigars. It's
politically
Groucho Marx all over again.
Ooh.
And
this is what I saw at the beginning of their tour.
He said this is the kickoff. This is in Nevada.
He
also says that they have militia and snipers in place along with the local sheriff's department. This is their second stop. We counted up 47 attendees, but most of them left when this first lady started singing. You'll see why. Florida's fun.
After the sniper news, I'll
go
bet that's
somewhere else.
Go somewhere.
Probably Tony. Yeah. There's guns out there.
Oh no! Stop it! You're going to run off those
uncertified snipers.
You are not an offense.
Like they're just guys that can shoot deer.
Right.
Will, were you out there posting?
Faith Hill's Take Me As I Am, and Let's Go to Vegas, and some others.
So look at the crowd out there. It's the broad shoulders. So the broad shoulders help to. I may be making fun of her broad shoulders, but for some reason, Republican. We need 81. Let's see if I can get something.
The shoulder,
The county commissioner out there. You have a decent county commissioner, and I'm proud to know him. I've had my photo taken with him, and I bless him. I call on God to bless him because he's a decent human being.
This is audio straight from Sasha. That's how shitty it is. He's not much of a fire up the crowd type of person. He's more like a finance a useless tour kind of person. For 4 coaches. Video backdrops. Okay. Oh, this is where I'm reading off the receipts. Returned by Evolve Bank. $392 for PNC service check. For PNC service check change machine. $450 for email software monthly cost. $225 for goodwill refund of donation. Okay. They had to give people their money back. We had to refund $225 donation. $2,500 for a publicity consultant. $3,000 for hotel contract consultant. $60.48 for a T-Mobile hotspot activation. $3 for the movie coach. $91.80 for a T-Mobile. Let's see if we can skip it. $1,479.14 for SendGrid software for certificate coaches for 90 days. $47,500 advance payment for 5 coach reps. Each rep is $9,500. They've got the wraps in there. $73 for 8 laptop stands. 500
information.
And
hold, man.
Listen to this.
Information what they spent. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's on his website, the Big Bat website. They bought specific
these ridiculous figures of how much of the people that he's scamming's money he spent on ridiculous things on his own website.
$3,500 on a hotel contract. That's someone to make phone calls to the hotels. Okay.
Yes.
$3,500 for the person that made the arrangements with the hotels, which is probably him. How many of these hats are his, other than the ones that he gave away? He doesn't even have enough people to give them away.
They spent several $100s on one set of laptop stands to be used only on the bus and one set of laptop stands to be used only in the fields.
and what? $2,500. $2,500.
I swear.
You're gonna literally rub that into people's faces.
Oh wait! I got it right here. I got it right here. Listen, I'll read some of the better ones.
Stand caddy brings them around.
Laptop stands for the buses.
They spent. They spent two.
You who are watching, give this man for his tour to spend on a laptop.
They spent
for his bus. You mugs.
$50 fucking camera.
Respectfully, I hope you wake up.
Unreal.
Every time they make it to a city on time, they pay their bus drivers a $250 bonus. That's come out, it looks like 9 times. They paid there's a bunch of Marriott's gift. Here is a gift bonus for a rush driver. Now I was confused with what rush driver was, but a rush driver is like Postmates, like where you order something and have it delivered to you, or Uber Eats or something like that. They paid a $1,000 bonus to a Postmates driver. They put that out and posted it. What else? What other amounts do we got here? Where are some of the crazier ones? Here we go. $2,000 to an educational artist. $583.52 on 8 laptop stands to be used only on the coaches. $517.73 for 8 laptop stands to be used only in the field. $47,500 advance payment for the coaches. $5,000 first weekly payment to our tour manager. $482 at FedEx printing stuff, I guess.
$24,000 for amphetamines.
$50,000 for special effects while on tour. That's for the entire tour, though. They probably got a good deal. They spent separately $50,000 plus $10,000 for hashtag unrigged caps in red, blue, white, brown, green, gold, and black.
Could you go back to the
That's a
special
total
effects one just one more time, Will? What was the special effects one? How much?
$50,000 advance payment for tour-long special effects. $50K.
Where is that? Where is that?
I have no idea.
And where?
$5,119.98 was paid to 6 people who are handling certificates and honor roll for our donors. So they're printing off certificates if you donate. Another $5,000 to the tour manager.
Wow.
$30,000 group payment for creation of the entire program. That is the most vague. It just says creation of the entire program, $30,000. The software to make the certificates and email them to people, that was $1,500. Another $2,000 for another cartoonist creating educational unrigged cartoons. $5,000 again for the tour manager. $3,300 for a location assistant who does location spreadsheets and keeps the contact numbers. They're paying. Everybody's got a job, basically. $10,000 advance payment for 2 weeks to our tour manager. It's just they're paying. I think they've just got friends that they're pushing money to. Some of the crazier ones.
What it sounds like to me is that from somebody who's been on a tour with several buses, it sounds like maybe the tour manager is. This needs to be totally investigated from top to bottom, because what is a what the fuck special effects? I don't see any smoke machines or fireworks.
There are no special effects.
And what are they talking about to get? Please.
There's also really vague payments to single people. It says like there's $9,000 payroll for assistant doing certificates and content. They claim they spent $47,000 on SEO and email ecology management. $80,000 held in reserves for road expenses. There's a couple more here. Yeah, I mean, just the monthly payments over and over again to the tour manager.
Let's be real. What is their objective from this tour, right? And how much money, realistically, would it cost us 4 guys, if we were doing what they were doing, right, to do the same thing? Would it cost millions of pounds or dollars?
Well, first of all, I need my own fucking bus if I'm going anywhere with you guys. So fuck that.
So if we delete Tony and just do us 3,
no, you can't.
How cheap could we do this for? Without
Good
Tony,
luck.
Listen to this.
Boy, did you just drop the price of your tickets?
Exactly.
Listen to this right here.
Without Tony,
the day,
big star, how much?
The day before they started, the day before the tour officially started, they paid $24,000 in a direct wire to New Horizons movie support. That is the movie that Sasha Stone's putting together. The day before the tour started, he was paid $24,000 cash, and he's recording the movie with a laptop camera as he runs around.
I knew that they
as
had
a selfie cam.
Oh my God, I knew it. And now and his face is in pretty much every shot. Have you shown any of the ones with his face in the that's
where he's just running around? It's in this video.
His face is in most of the freaking footage. Like
it's in here. Everybody kept complaining, like, why is his head in the video? Like it's
the video's bad enough, right? And his face it fucks up the camera even further because it has to split its focus. It's not really designed for that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a laptop cam. Like I don't even stream with like a laptop. It's worse than a webcam. Like even a webcam is an upgrade. This is the whole thing's just kind of a joke. I don't know how they got suckered into this, but
what kind of camera
if I paid money for this, even if even if I believed in them, if I paid money for this, I would be very, very upset about what's going on with the tour. It's very strange.
Do you use a real camera or something, or you don't use webcams? You use a real camera?
I'm running a mirrorless and a GoPro.
Oh, nice.
So,
but yeah, this is the Mississippi stop.
Oh, this lady.
I can play some of it. There's the crowd in it right there.
This is the guy who likes the kids.
There's probably 50 people in a gym. Well, it's 1/4 of a gym, a basketball court. 1/4 of a basketball court.
All this footage is Sasha, right?
I can't believe everybody's sitting around talking
Yeah, Sasha and somebody named Deb. You can see his head right there in the corner.
Oh.
Stand up for your country. Stand up for your community. Stand up for your.
All of it is filmed selfie style like this.
Oh
Okay?
my
I just want to say thank you for allowing me to have this fireside chat on this day.
Fireside chat. That's what he called it. Fireside chat. That makes sense.
Maybe he's taking the footage from other people and their cameras.
All right.
I hope so. I think the $24,000 was the payment to get Sasha to come on. Like, they keep claiming that their end goal is to have enough money to pay all of the permanent party members a salary, but that's how much they want to raise. If they hit their goal, they're going to pay everybody a salary for going on the tour. But there's also these weird $9,000, $10,000, $24,000 payments going to these people that are making content and movies and video and managing something. Like it's a pretty big grift.
Do you remember when Sasha was saying he wanted to bring the discussion to the people and have the discussion to the people? Remember that part when he was talking about that before they left? Well, the discussion he needs to have with the people is, hello, can I have some of your footage from your cell phone?
Did you take
for the documentary?
Is that an iPhone? I need that.
Is that a Galaxy? Wonderful footage. Wonderful quality.
I have one more thing to show if we got a second. It's not on the tour, but
we've already got
so
this far.
some of the
Let's see what else
some of the guys that I cover, we call them the Froggets. They're from the Frog News Network. They're currently blowing up, right? So they actually got Kirsten W. and Gene Decode. Now, Gene Decode couldn't be on camera. You know his little screensaver of a dog he has? He actually had to phone in because he was having technical difficulties. But I want to show you something. You just mentioned the two Mahoney and Dawson, how they just read other people's intel. Well, I actually busted this right here live on my show. Let's listen to some of Kirsten's intel, and then I got a website to pull up.
That her assistant that confirmed that I think we can make him go away. That would be
Jump ahead just a little bit.
So Seth Rich flipped back. He had his own company called TAC, and besides Gene. Of course, George Nassif came on. He hacks the DNC. I came on 4 point. Excuse me, but when you're arrested on April 6 last year, U.S. Judge Advocate General Corpse,
here.
Charged tribunal that lasted 3 hours, saw a bitter, resentful, and combative John Brennan battling Rear Admiral Darcy E. Crandall, who presented the military's case on behalf of U.S. Judge Advocate General Corpse. A 3-panel formed of 1 male and 2 females convicted. The former CIA director of murder and treason and sentenced him to be hanged.
She's reading this word for word.
10:30 a.m. Military police escorted handcuffed Brennan to Gitmo South courtroom and seated him with the counsel table with his legal advocate, David H. Anderson of Howry LLP, awaited his arrival. From the moment Brennan entered the courtroom.
So she claims this is her news, like her source.
And his 3 officers charged.
And she's literally reading this article word for word. She claims that this was her source came on and he hacked the government computers to get a hold of this docket from the court case where they had basically the entire description, and she's reading it word for word from this website that claims to be news. that they can't even update their symbol on their website. It's still the WordPress symbol because they built a WordPress website. She reads this entire article word for word, and this is supposed to be the tribunal of John Brennan. It even reads like a soap opera. Let me read a part of it right here. Hold on. It says his legal advocate, David H. Anderson, tried to silence him, but Brennan continued to rampage. This is a direct quote, any action I've ever taken was in the interest of national security and protecting this once great nation from subversive threats. You all are too obtuse to understand it. He continues on that he screams out that the only true presidents we've ever had have been William Clinton and Barack Hussein Obama, as he struggles and the guards hold him down and handcuff him and drag him away while he screams out at the crowd. Like it reads like a soap opera. Like it's a story. It's a story they sent together, and it's I don't know, the whole thing's a joke. I don't understand how people think this is real intel. And if you just Google one of the sentences, it literally brings up this news story. It's from Real Raw News. Like that's where they're getting almost all of their intel from, is Real Raw News, which is just a website full of these tribunals and made up stories, and they claim it's intel.
It's real raw though.
But that's what I got. I could play the whole thing. She reads it from start to finish. She even reads the title and claims it. She says, "I've got something. It's my latest intel is about a military tribunal conviction of John Brennan of murder, treason." Like she does. She reads the title word for word when she starts. It's a joke. It's somebody in my chat just said their chat yelled at me. She's reading official tribunal court documents.
They are, because it's Real Raw News. It was hacked. The government was hacked. Okay, they hacked into the courts.
Course.
They hacked into it. Okay, when are you people going to get this? All right.
See, the video you did on that video was something like Kirsten W is doing interviews with just anyone now.
Well,
yeah.
This is just after I did an interview with Kirsten W. Right?
Yeah, she's slumming it for sure.
Oh, she
sure is.
Just anyone now. Secretary, that big duck.
That guy.
She's trying to sell her book.
Yeah. By the way,
she's been begging me for a second interview, and I might.
You know what? She
I
really
bet
has been asking to come onto mine as well, so I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
No,
she just sent me a message that said, "Why did you call me a tranny?"
Somebody else to do it. She sent Mel to message me.
She couldn't get me, so she got hold of you.
That's right.
That's
right. Well, she decided to spend a little more.
Yeah.
She decided she actually did have the budget to upgrade to me.
Not replying. Let's go for the bigger shot.
That's right. Gotta tack a couple more zeros on there, honey, and then you got me.
Oh.
To get Hollywood M, we need California Tony.
Yeah.
M Seeker of Fame.
It's a different price range.
Yeah. Lower end of the market won't cut it for Kirsten then. And let's move on. Let's move on.
All
so
right.
Tony.
Yes, sir.
Talking about being a star of the show, it's your time to shine. Let's talk about it.
Well, gotta clean up, gotta bring something big, gotta bring something strong, especially with the fellas here. Always bringing the good shit. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, staying with us in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button for all of the gents here and for me as well. So we're going to keep it going. Now, this one's going to be difficult for a lot of people because, hey, guys, human trafficking, kids. Oh, there it is.
No.
It's the Achilles heel. It's your heartstrings. Let's play them.
Exactly. When we get out.
Exactly. Play those like a fiddle to play you, to play your families. because they want you to Ray me. Now, one of the biggest grifts that I've found, and one of the biggest grifters, I mean, from what we have here and the research that we've done, and allegedly, and in a video game, of course, all that stuff.
Welcome to the controversial corner.
But we are going to get into Mr. Tim Ballard of Operation Underground Railroad. This is a gentleman who has, for a long time, been really hitting the heartstrings of several different communities. But I think the main one that we would be discussing here would be a lot of the Anon type communities that have supported this because of that Achilles heel, that area where you have a weakness because it's about children. That's where this organization strikes. What I want to do is I want to take you into some things that, some people are not going to like this, and I'm okay with that. And I want to let everybody know this is from my 7-part series that I have on my channel right now that you guys can check out when you're done, obviously, hanging out with us here. But check this out and make sure you go sub to the channel. Make sure you give it a like and everything so more people can see the type of material. Same with this, what we're doing right now. But we're going to get into a little bit of, this is part 1 of my 7-part series. We're just going to look at a little piece of that because I want you to get sort of a feel for what we're talking about here. The proof is, not something, or the truth is not always something that you like. We're just getting started. Take it easy. It's okay. All right, welcome.
I don't like the host of this show. I've seen it, but
This guy. Who's this guy?
A lot of people don't like him, but he's pretty cool, dude. This right here, pretty handsome. This is part 10 of Lynn Packer's series. Okay, so it's part 10. He's up to part 10. This for me is part 1. And we are going to jump around some of his research in different parts. There are some other great researchers who have looked into this, and investigators. You cannot just simply look at a situation and say, okay, well, they say they help kids. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Why shouldn't we ask questions? Right? Why shouldn't we ask questions? It's very legit to ask questions. So let us move on and listen to Mr. Lynn Packer unpack Tim Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad.
Ballard's secret plan to monetize and proselytize his involvement with Operation Underground Railroad, with new information about Gesno Marty and Russell Ballard. Later in this report, a special section on Ballard's biggest fundraising lie, finding Gardy, and Ballard's claim, repeated often over the years, we are closer than ever.
This was a big sales.
In addition, also later in this report, prayer, psychics, and torture in the search for Gardy. A suspect in Gardy Marty's December 2009 disappearance was tortured by Haitian police in a failed attempt to find Gardy's whereabouts. A psychic who claimed to know where Gardy was being held as a labor slave is also connected to a Tim Ballard OUR nonprofit that failed to register with the IRS. But first, Ballard's secret plan. He unveiled it at a clandestine meeting in August 2019. It was a plan so secret that he asked the 10 or so people attending to sign confidentiality agreements. But now, 16 months later, at least one attendee turned a diagram of the plan over to Davis County investigators. They're conducting a criminal investigation into Operation Underground Railroad, its CEO Tim Ballard, and Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes. I reconstructed the chart from a diagram Ballard drew on a whiteboard during the meeting. The drawing shows multiple Ballard-controlled for-profit and nonprofit entities.
Follow the money. This is where I was saying something really important. Obviously. Oops, sorry, I was muted there. Now, what do we always say about? See, at least I'm catching it quicker now. What do we say about companies like this? What do we follow? Okay. So the research that I involved myself in and the people that I have looked into and checked into about it. Hey, you got me now, Blondie? Can you hear me? Got me. You good? Okay. 10-4. Copy that. All right. So we got to follow the money, right? So let's do that.
Several paths for money to flow to Tim Ballard's main for-profit
That's right.
company. How OUR would bring more converts into the Mormon faith. A deeper involvement by the LDS Church's presiding apostle, M. Russell Ballard, than I had previously reported in Op-Ed 6.
Not the
And
same M as
OUR's
me.
takeover of an orphanage.
What's that?
It's not the same M as me. I'm not M. Russell Ballard.
You are not.
Just want to be, transparent.
We have not connected you to this M yet.
Baby in an apparent attempt to
Shit,
monetize
Tony's onto me.
adoptions. Ballard wanted to make millions. His nonprofit, Operation Underground Railroad, has millions of dollars in the bank. But he cannot simply write checks to himself at the risk of losing tax-exempt status.
This just begins
He'd
to lay
already
out the
taken
grift.
his annual salary above $300,000 in 2018 before backing off that approach.
Remember that?
One solution: surround that nonprofit with other nonprofits and for-profits in a complex labyrinth of entities where money would eventually flow into his personal bank account. A bonus, the same publicity sizzle, that is what he called sizzle on his chart, that generates donations and profits, could bring masses of people into the Mormon church. It was his capitalism begets church converts plan. At the top of the diagram,
so this is from someone who came forward to investigators to give some information regarding Tim Ballard, the Attorney General of Utah, and the entities that they were involved in to move funds around. Okay, basically taking them from a nonprofit place to move it into a personal account. So you're going to see some of that being done here. So allegedly, and that's what this is in the video game.
Slave Stealers LLC with 3 partners.
Now these are the companies.
Ballard, and LDS Apostle Russell Ballard as a silent partner.
Now you heard LDS Elder Russell Ballard, meaning that he is a church elder. That is affinity fraud. That is using his status in the church, and that's influential. In Utah, that's influential to enrich these 2 guys over here in this LLC. This is a for-profit company. This is an LLC. All right. You make money with LLCs. I got them. This is what you do. All right. You got to have your partners. You got to have it set up a certain way. Utah's probably different. They're all a little different. But the point is that this already right here, I believe, is committing affinity fraud right out of the gate, because you're using this elder in order to make money. So they're going to go around and collect money and raise money for this company with his name. So there you go, guys. A little bit of a teaser of the series that I have going on Tim Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad. A lot of stuff, not only about where the money goes, but we're talking about, look, you guys all know who Glenn Beck is. Okay. Everybody knows who Glenn Beck is. Everybody knows who Tony Robbins is. You look through my entire series, there is going to be one point you are going to sit there and you're going to go, what the fuck just happened? Because Chuck Norris pops up. And you will see Chuck Norris pop up at one of these events and you're like, whoa, Chuck Norris. So
Chuck Norris of all people.
Right.
So you got like a 7-part series on this now.
Ted Nugent. Yeah, there is a 7-part series on my channel now, and everybody can see the ins and outs of not only what's going on with Tim Ballard, but his connection with Sean Reyes, his connection to Tony Robbins. Tim Ballard is quite a fundraiser. A fundraiser. But that thing with the hat, that was the kid that that's the kid that they've been going after for years. And they say, "Oh, we're so close to getting him. We've almost gotten him." And when we almost get to him, we find other kids that we're saving. So this is part of a very sophisticated and full media. Now, Tim Ballard has, was allegedly former CIA, former DHS, and involved with some of those 3-letter organizations. So I really don't trust anybody who comes from that kind of background in that kind of intelligence. So that's just me. But hey, you guys put your money where you want to put it.
Well, what I will do is I will definitely check out, because I've seen you've been doing this series and I haven't had time to check it out yet. But I watched some of the first one and I knew what you were doing. I knew you wanted to report on it tonight. So guys, I will, and I will say to you all to go and check out
For sure.
the Veritas Machine channel and that 7-part series on Tim Ballard. And I think it is going to be, and I think from what I've seen as well, there's so many things in what you've investigated, exposed in that video that bring some big questions. So no,
and you got to ask them again what you've always said, always about like Charlie and everybody like that. They go for the children. They go for that is the jugular. That is the Achilles heel. You cannot resist.
Yeah, those heartstrings. Play them and people will follow. Like the fiddler. Yeah, it's one of those things, and you can't say everyone that pulls on those heartstrings is necessarily a grifter. However, let's follow the money. It is exactly what you said, Tony. So, guys, give that a watch. I will as well, and maybe next time we'll talk more about this.
It's very
I knew
interesting.
it was going to be controversial. And, we are not afraid of being controversial here on Griftbusters. So thank you, Tony, for pushing
no problem. People really did some people really lost their effing minds when this came out.
Yeah, it was great. It's awesome.
I bet you got some backlash. The same with, even with the last Griftbusters, we were talking about Lynn Wood, we were just questioning. We weren't being horrible about it. We were just questioning, what is his motive? What is he saying? Is it true? And people were going, hang on a minute, he's a patriot. What are you doing? Rah!
You should.
And it's just like, hang on, we're just asking questions. That's it.
Hey, I just got an update. Somebody in my chat put me on it, but Scott's latest video. So I told you originally that they changed the tour to where it was more like a hit and run, 5 to 7 minutes in each town, blah, blah, blah. His latest video, he just claimed that he is now on the Patriot Street Fighter tour instead of the Arise USA tour.
Oh, no.
And they blamed him for the 5 to 7 minutes thing, and he said he's changing the tour logistically. I don't know if this is the whole tour. It sounds like just him, to where he can spend more time in each town. Even though they blamed the hit and run tactic on him, he's now saying he doesn't like it, and he's going to where he can spend more time in each town, and that it's not going to work out for him. So, he just updated him.
That he's now...
It sounds like he's on his own tour.
Can I just say something real quick before we talk about that, just for 1 second?
I think M froze. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Whatever you got.
Frozen.
They paid for.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is this. Now, look, I wanted to just make a quick mention before I had wrapped up completely about Dave Rodriguez. We rib Dave Rodriguez. We do some parody stuff about Rodriguez. We, don't agree. And we don't like what he says. However, there is a situation right now where he has his dad is sick, and I just wanted to put out there that we obviously wish him a speedy recovery, and our prayers go out to the Rodriguez family.
Sure. Yeah. We don't wish ill will upon anybody, especially somebody sick. It'd be rough to lose a family member. I think he said that his dad's been touch and go for a while, but it seems like he's doing a little bit better. There's M back right there.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you caught that, M, but we had just said that, we do some parody on Dave Rodriguez and everything, but our prayers go out to his family right now because his dad is having some medical issues. So,
shit.
we obviously want to, wish his father a speedy recovery, and our prayers go out to the Rodriguez family. That's what we had just simply said. And Will was, talking. And
I'm worried
against anyone that we speak about, but we care about everyone, including those people people that are putting out these things. So if their family is in peril, if they're having these hard times, no matter what they're doing or perpetrating, we care about people. That's it. That's the bottom line. So my heart is with you.
With the Scott thing, I'm very curious to see if he breaks away from the tour. Originally, he apologized for missing a bunch of the cities when he wasn't going to like half the cities, and said that he would come back, but of course it would have to be a paid event so he could get a venue.
Really?
So I'm wondering if he branches now, is he going to, he's already raised money for his bus and he's supposed to be getting gas money from RDS. Is he going to start selling tickets to new events where he's in a town for 3 days instead of 1 day? I don't know that. I'm just curious. Is that what happens? Because he said on his show, he said, anybody who donated money and thought that I was going to be in your town and I didn't make it, send me an email. I'll make sure to come back to your town. We'll sell tickets so I can get a venue and I'll be there. Would they already donated?
Oh my God. They're already double dipping. What if somebody donated $500, $1,000 to see him? What if they donated that kind of money, which they probably did?
I'm very interested.
He's got a responsibility to meet with all those people. And look, this is just, I was on your show, Will, and I said about this tour that they were going to eat each other alive and it was never going to happen. They were never going to pull it off. Do you remember that? I got to find that footage. I got to go back and watch some of your stuff and find and try and remember which was the episode that we first started talking about this tour, because when you first put the map up, I said, bro, they're not going to make it past 10 cities, let alone friggin'
Guys, it was always going to happen. There was always going to be this was always going to not end in the way that they wanted it to. And I think that they knew that. And I think that this part of this, even going on this tour, saying that they still need to raise money during this tour. Yeah. You can tell, we could tell, other people couldn't tell. They were like, oh, I've got all the heart and faith in you, and we're like, dude, you're giving money to a scam.
Robert's going to be watching this, and I just have a question for him and don't think that I'm ever going to forget this, Robert. What is the special effects money? Why is there $50,000 for special effects?
Scotty just mentioned everybody on the tour but RDS while he was praising them and talking about how good of guys they were. And he mentioned Sasha Stone, he mentioned Lee Dundas, he mentioned Trent Louse, he meant everybody but RDS, talked about how good they were. So they may have had a falling out. That might have been what happened, but they're already canceling cities for nefarious reasons.
Collide, eh?
Oh yeah, it's got to be.
I'm telling you.
I'm in it. They paid for still.
Yeah.
What's special effects, Robert?
Yeah, Robert, let's hear what the special effects costs were. And to be honest, we all didn't trust this tour from the start. We're telling you guys we don't now. We hope anyone watching this doesn't trust this tour.
Well,
it's
now
still
I
going
double
on,
don't.
and it's kind of funny to watch and follow. And thank you, Will, for keeping tabs on what's going on. And guys, I really appreciate your show. So if you want to keep up to date on what's going on, especially with things like this, watch Cold Beer Confessional channel.
Yeah, I've seen your show too. It's all right.
But on the flip side, his channel kind of sucks. I've been there quite a lot, and it really isn't that great. And you spend 6 hours hearing hardly anything. So
you
could just not watch his show instead.
Read the cliff notes.
And the opposite to my giving him promotion, This is the opposite.
Retraction.
Of that.
It's very
Yeah.
confusing.
It's a retraction of promotion. Actually, don't watch his show because he's always a dick towards me. However, no, I do appreciate your channel, Will, and as you know, I do join in with the chat and stuff, and it is good. So, all jokes aside, go follow Cold Beer Confessional, and this stuff, like I say. So, like the Intel lady, where you would see some of her skits before they come on. If you want to see some of this in real time, go and watch Will talking about it before it gets here. So this is what this Griftbusters is all about. All four of us have our own sort of forte, and coming together. It's really good to see our commentary on current events in this realm, and Will, go watch his channel. Actually, don't. No, it's not attractive being a dick. Don't just ignore his channel. In fact, there's three of us: Tony D, Justice, and MC Secret Truth. But moving on, let's talk about what we're going to go to next, which is a closing down of this. Thank you for joining us for Griftbusters 5. We've all given our part in this, and we've all talked about some interesting stuff. I've got so much more to talk about, which we will do in Griftbusters 6. Hopefully that will come sooner rather than later. I'm sorry about the gap in between Griftbusters 4 and Griftbusters 5, but as we said before, this is just a as and when we can. We're holding no account to when we can all get together, but we like to do that, and we will do when we can. But Will, if you could load up fan art, let's close it off as we always do with a bit of art that's been sent in to us by some great fans. One of them, as always, is Paul Jackman. Now, Will, you're going to have to control this because I have no control over it. Paul Jackman, you can play it, but I'll ask you to pause.
Yeah,
Paul
I'll stop
Jackman,
on Paul.
Sends in a lot of the stuff, so pause it here. Let's look at this one recently that Paul Jackman has sent in to us, and he is a genius behind a lot of these fan art.
He's thick. When
cooking up a storm, you will need our 5 amazing sauces. So there's this whole sauces, as in sauces that you put on stuff when you eat it, and sauces, as in what Charlie is getting his intel from sources, right? So here's Charlie cooking up his sauces.
Oh no!
I think he's what do you call that? Someone that helps the chef, a cook. I don't know.
Saucier.
Sous
chef.
Sous chef.
Well, saucier might be more appropriate for these sauces. Jimmy Savile is in the background helping him in the kitchen. Jimmy Savile's on the
that body.
Whatever Jimmy's doing.
Don't tread on Charlie.
Oh.
It looks like he's back there tossing the salads.
That's Q, Telegram, Parler, Facebook, and YouTube?
Like I say, Q. Ward's Q source, Ward's Telegram source, Ward's is it Pinterest or is it Parler?
I think that's the Parler symbol. I'm not positive though.
I'm not on that, but yeah, Ward's Facebook source and Ward's YouTube source. They're the sources that. Anyway, Will, if you press play, we can have a close up on time.
Oh, okay. I was going to read the bottom, but if we got a close up.
Yeah, you can read the bottom, but let's get the close up first.
Yeah, there it is.
Go for it. Pause it.
Oh, even the most creative minds need inspiration. All of our sources contain 100% pure opium, no added truth, facts, or grip on reality. That's the best part.
Paul is a genius. Again, we've said it so many times.
Oh, yeah. Good dude. All right, here's the next.
Great tag. Here's a close-up of the sources that Charlie Ward uses.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good play on words there. Oh, no.
And there you go. Jimmy's in the background. All right, pause it here. So now you got Simon Parks. Now, I don't know about you Americans, but anyone over the age of maybe 25, at least in the UK, will know of Blur, the band Blur.
Yeah.
And the song Park Life Justice, I don't know how old you are actually, but you must know Park Life.
Yeah, of course, man.
I'll try and read this in the style of a song. I get up when I want, except on Wednesdays when I'm rudely awakened by the aliens. Park's Life. I put my cardigan on and have a cup of tea and think about how to grift a few quid. Park's Life. I feed the patriots, so I sometimes feed the flat earthers too. It gives me a sense of enormous well-being. Park's Life. And then I'm happy for the rest of the day, safe in the knowledge that there will always be a bit of my heart devoted to bullshit. Oh, the people. So many people, and they all go, and so on. Brilliant. I love that song. Nice. And brilliant from Paul. If you want to press play, you'll see the rest.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's the lyrics. Yeah. And
what is that? A raccoon or a skunk?
No, I think it's a dead cat.
Oh, it is a cat. It's a calico. Why do they keep killing cats?
Keep playing. Yeah, I put that in there so we can do it. Oh, okay. So pause here. So thank you, Paul Jackman, again for giving us humour in Griftbusters. I thought I'd give a couple of simple ones from other people. I say simple; it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate them. They are great. This one is pretty clever, to be honest. Are these the med beds that Charlie's talking about? Because this is a real advert.
Oh no, the Mediterranean bed.
Tuscan Mediterranean. You know, you can buy it. It's only available in 5D. Are these the med beds that he's talking about? I don't know. Anyway, move on. What's the next one? Now, if you could pause it, the comedy is in the simplicity.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. That. Yeah. For this, yeah. If you press play for this show, that's our fan art. I could have gone more into it, but keep it short and sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone sending in those fan art.
Appreciate it.
Please continue to send in images, videos, anything.
Very nice.
Somebody in chat said the Mediterranean beds are for sleepovers between dimensions.
I'm sleeping on a 15D med bed right now, and I'm hoping to graduate to the 32D.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. You know, it costs a lot of money. You know, as long as you keep throwing money at it, you can transcend to all sorts of different dimensions of beds.
That explains the deal with Kirsten.
As long as you keep giving money to these people, these bed people, you'll get higher dimensions of beds.
Of course.
It works out.
So, guys, anything else to share before I wrap this up for another successful episode of Griftbusters?
I think I'm good. I think that was a good one. That was a good show.
Excellent.
It was a great show. Thank you very much for joining all of us. I'll give you guys a chance to give people your credentials so people can follow you. I'm MC Secret of Truth. You can find me on Twitter, Telegram, and YouTube and Facebook by just typing in MC Secret of Truth in one form or another. You'll find me. But yeah, let's move on to the rest of you. Justice.
Oh, you muted.
He's got no. I wondered why he was quiet. He's got no sound.
In it, I've been freaking said loads of things. I wonder what's going on.
So, for anyone that was thinking that Justice wasn't partaking, he was.
He just
but
muted.
We weren't giving him sound. You should have kicked a fuss.
Whoever wants to hear me, man. I don't give a fuck. It's cool.
People want to hear you. I've had loads of messages just saying they want your spin on things. You give a spin on things that the rest of us three don't. and that is from your research on the occult, your research into religion and the effect it has. There's so much that you can give. So apologize for the last 20 minutes or so where we probably had him muted.
That's jokes still. No, but yeah, just YouTube me Justice, and you can find me on other social media platforms from there. And yeah.
Bro, and we will catch up on a Just Truth very soon, guys. So
waiting for the freaking Mexico, man.
We've been waiting for that, but how long's it been since the last Justice? Like way before Griftbusters. Well, at least 2020. So we'll do that soon. So who else we got? We got. Let's go with Will. Will, what you got? How do we find you?
Yeah, Will with Cold Beer Confessional. You can find me under Cold Beer Confessional on YouTube and basically any other social media site. We also have a new channel where me and my son are messing around with shit, building airplanes and rockets and stuff. That's at Cold Beer Creations on YouTube. You can check both those out. Thank you, guys.
That is fun as well, and I've seen some of that. And you're such a great dad, Will.
No, thank
you. And what you've been doing with your son, the projects, the plane, the building of stuff. Guys, go check it out. It really is. It's heartwarming, as it is to watch on Cold Beer Confessional when he has his segment with the own music for each of his sons coming on to talk about what his son's lives are about, and for one of them it's what's been going on that day, and for the other one it's what games he's been playing. So hats off to you for giving your sons a segment on your channel, and it is very endearing, and that's what a lot of people tune in for as well, so thanks, Will.
Yeah, thank you.
Such a great guy and such a great dad. I wish you were my father. I'm joking. Tony, let's hear about you.
I'm not taking my hat off, Will, but yeah, it's a really cool part of the show. And by the way, Liam is gonna take over, and I'm telling you, Liam is making a come up, my guy. Always not far behind. Yeah, that's right. They're gonna be taking over the whole world of news and gaming. So yeah, you can find me, Tony D, The Veritas Machine. Find me on YouTube. My YouTube is out of jail, so I am redeploying my page. I'm going to be on when the days will be off. I'm going to be on. So he's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll pretty much be doing stuff on other days, but he has his other channel as well. I have another channel, and I have a new channel on Instagram, Crypto Cobra Kai. So you go ahead and check out Crypto Cobra Kai, and you can find the links in my bio, and you can find a link here on my Veritas Machine page to a video, the first video that I have. I'm going to try and talk like Scott McKay as much as possible, that I've deployed onto that battlefield.
So you're going to be talking like Scott McKay, and you are.
And technically, I deserve a
cryptocurrency.
Yes, I have a whole channel about crypto mining and cryptocurrency. I got a lot of free links for a lot of cool free stuff. So that's my thing is passive income. I am, of course, not a financial advisor because I spend money like a drunken sailor, but I do know about passive income because I need a lot of money.
I will check out your cryptocurrency promotion.
Please do.
But thank you for
Crypto Cobra Kai. Enter the dojo.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, going forward, thank you so much for joining us for Griftbusters 5. Thank you so much for the whole panel.
Thank you,
what
Chad.
legends
Thank you,
we
panel.
all are, including especially myself.
There you go.
Hey, enjoyed us for Griftbusters 5. See you next time. And follow all of us. You got our credentials. Take care, people. Let's roll that tape.
Don't spend it all in one place.
See you guys.
Where do we go with this?